What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today I'm jumping back into some Orcs Must Die Unchained. Now, looks like a lot of people seem to be paying a lot of attention to Smolder, so I wanted to show you guys basically how she works. Now, I don't have a pure fire deck set up for her right now, so she can kind of AFK levels, but I do have some pretty solid tips just for starting out with her. So I wanted to show that off. Alright, here we go. So, for those that don't know, Smolder is a fire elemental. She's basically a firebird. She can die, resurrect herself from death, although not repeatedly in a short period of time. And she deals fire damage. Her main attack is these fireballs that have a bit of travel time. They do solid damage. Their damage isn't quite as high as some of the other characters that only have the fire, or that only have like projectile attacks, but that's because she sets her enemies on fire, and that changes the entire dynamic behind the way she deals damage. She's really meant to like kind of hit and run and not have to stay directly on enemies unless you really need to just pump some damage out onto them. Okay, so
I like it.
Looks good, and I'm short about 2 blocks, I think. We want to do.
Don't worry, this should
that.
stop them.
Alright, so that should be everything. This area is completely blocked off now. Nothing should be getting here. I turned down my settings because recent updates to Orcs Must Die Unchained have caused a lot of like kind of slowdown. But you'll see the settings information on the right. But other than that, it's not too bad. I did actually attempt to record a couple of videos previously, and they got a ton of stutter. So rather than, have you guys sit through a bunch of really choppy videos, I chose to just scrap those and record something else. So if you'll look in the lower left hand corner, you'll see that my gold is, my coins are accumulating. Sorry. My coins are accumulating slowly, and those are due to a trait that I have that most of the triangle traits when slotted will give you 1 gold per second. This can stack with Max or Dobbin's gold income trait, their first level upgrade. But once you get power generators, I really wouldn't recommend getting that trait unless you're in something like defense on siege, because on siege you don't get as many enemies to make power generators that useful. In survival, however, pretty much all you get. So because they come in such large waves, power generators are pretty much a solid way to gain money, and you'll see as I start getting a wave of enemies here shortly that they're worth it. Alright, so this block should prevent them from being able to come down this little frozen walkway plank situation. They won't really be able to do too much. They will then path over here. Some of them will try to go straight up the steps, but we blocked that off, and they will turn around and come down here. So this should be fine. We'll get our first few enemies. They'll go through there, get us a bit of money, and then we'll just let them have it. Gotta be careful not to just start laying off fireballs for no reason, because then I'll wind up killing things before they make me money. And you can see an enemy died by fire damage before I actually had to shoot it again. Sorry again. So yeah, Smolder is very much about dealing fire damage. Her right click attack is a Dragon's Breath. It's a high damage short range attack that is guaranteed to set enemies on fire, and I believe it ignores shields. I'm pretty sure on that one. And then if you get them close enough, this is a combo, so you get combo coin. Alright, but kinda want them to start pathing around a little bit. Let go of if you let go of her left click, it has like a 1 second delay before you can start activating it again, and that means that it's a good idea to just commit once you start using it.
This should stop.
Okay, cool. So that's that. There and there. That gets me in my second batch of generators. Now, if I had fire arrows, I would be placing a mix of those and naphtha around, but I do not have fire arrows at the moment. So I'll show you guys like a little bit later on how you switch out the power generators, because at some point you max out on money. Like you absolutely do not need money anymore, and you need to kind of switch out the power generators for traps that actually start dealing damage, so you can kind of free up your time and attention on the level and focus on areas where you need it. Now, normally when you use Unchained will reset cooldown on skills, but Smolder's passive, which allows her to be resurrected from the dead, is not. It has it doesn't have an internal. Well, no, that's way to explain this. It has a cooldown, but it is not a cooldown that is resettable through activating your Unchained. So it's a good idea if you think you may need Unchained, to let yourself get killed. After the resurrection effect, that's when you come back and you use your Unchained like this. So I got that. I have I have half my HP back. They're gonna try to hit me a few times. And then I Unchained. Alright, and so for this, since I'm not focused on naphtha right now, I am going to increase the primary attack's damage.
Your puny defense, no match for him.
Alright, and now we got lucky here because the next gate to open isn't on the right side of the map, it's in the upper left hand corner, so I really have nothing to worry about there. I'm actually missing a lot of opportunities here by not creating a power generator in the upper left hand corner of the map. You really don't need any damage traps early because you can take care of just about everything solo. At least until after this first boss. Now, heroes have a big bonus when you're playing in groups. They're fairly even, sometimes even much weaker than you when you're solo. So that's something to pay attention to. I also want to make sure that I start maximizing my income here. All right. I really don't even need to worry about these barrels here. They're pretty much just icing on the cake. Alright. Arrow trap there. Arrow trap here. No, actually. Arrow trap there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start building up some damage. I'm going to put a sprayer there, some naphtha, and then get that set up. So what this will do is the naphtha will give them to make them take increased fire damage. This will freeze them so that they stop on this panel, and that panel will deal the increased fire damage.
Like making
Add
a
more
campfire.
arrows there, so there's pretty much nothing else I need to do. This area is pretty much the kill box for the stage. You wind up pathing 3 different gates through it, so it is very important that you focus your traps in here and block off the other pathing areas correctly, and you really have nothing to worry about with this stage. It gets really, really simple. So these guys are going to try to come up here, and then they're going to fail because it's barricaded, and they're going to have to turn around. Now, since I have a ton of time, there's a few areas that are really cool if you need to know about them on this stage. You can't go that way. This is like one of the starting maps, but it's reversed. I think it's surrounded. But if you just start and you need to get some enemies that are coming out of this right gate, you can go out of here and then drop down here, and you're at the bottom of the steps. But those I don't really need to worry too much about right now. I am making money and not dealing damage, so that's something that I need to change. Alright, and then we're just going to place a single guardian there. That guardian is pretty much going to be your last line of defense against whatever's coming up. And he is pretty much going to be your source of regen if you need it. Characters that are not Smolder will definitely need a bit more support from the guardian.
Like making a campfire.
Actually, it depends. Certain characters like actually,
Feel the burn.
Stink Eye is slightly better at this stage than Smolder at when your account levels are similar. Mainly because of the fact that you can set up this kind of corridor situation here. Not in all cases he's better, but just in this particular one, because of the amount of damage that his bowling ball trap can rack up. It is a deceptively powerful trap. Like, I am generally surprised by how well it usually does.
This should stop them. Don't worry. This should stop them.
Okay, so they're coming from there.
Excuse me.
So the good thing about the
This'll teach them.
guys with the dynamite arrows is that you can just shoot those. They'll blow up. You have nothing to worry about. The kobolds with the bomb strapped to the back, on the other hand, are much more dangerous. All right, if you come out of here and you need to get kind of behind your traps quickly, you can actually just come over here. I don't think you can get on top of that, but it gets you back into your kill box really easy. All right, now with that said, I want to try to get to like maximum trappage as soon as possible. This one is badly placed, so I'm gonna replace it. I'll make the money back from it regardless.
I like it.
Okay. Oh wow.
I ate some chili peppers this morning too.
So after they get past this little area, you're not gonna really care about making money off of them any longer. You should have made enough with the previous generators. So it's not a bad idea to just kind of let those go. Now,
That's how it's done. Perfection.
can add a little bit of damage once they start getting around there. They'll fire through all the enemies in a line. If you have better like long range traps, such as the fire arrows, you can use those. Those work particularly well for Smolder. I'm going to put a
Why couldn't they just
naphtha
call it
sprayer
petrol?
there.
Gasoline, oil. No, had to be naphtha. And positively out of control.
All right.
This will hurt.
Make sure that they go through there. Keep them on fire here. Now, the good thing about having
making a
these particular
campfire.
types of traps here is the naphtha works extremely well with almost everything. I'm gonna put another naphtha down here.
I love a good trap. Oh, that was too far, me. Another surprise.
Alright, and I shouldn't have to worry about almost any kobolds from now on. Some more money. Doing extremely well.
Another
Yeah,
surprise.
I can do that. that. I think that's about all I can fit. Whoa. Alright, now we turn on the Dragon's Breath and we just burn everything to cinders.
Feel the burn. I love
You'll pay for this!
I learned this trick from actual dragons.
Sweet. And if the damage bonus is really hefty, always good. Let him actually make me my money before I try to kill him. Now you'll notice I have an absorbently huge amount of money right now. Like, it's ridiculous. I guess, is that like a mana pool under there? Alright. So now we have to start dealing with this area down here. And that's great because
There.
having the amount of money that I do now allows me to do some shenanigans.
Don't worry.
So we're going to
This should
freeze
stop
that.
them.
Actually, I may just, no, I don't think I want to put that there. We'll do this one though.
There.
And we're going to pull up the ballistas. Let those do their thing. And do I want to do both of those? Nah. Wall charger.
Perfection.
Right, so they're going to walk around there.
This will hurt.
Get the arrow wall set up, and then you want to move these so that
Don't
they can't
worry,
really walk
this
around
should
them,
stop them.
but
Like making a campfire.
leave
Another
the space
surprise.
open, and there you go. So we're going to do
Another
that
surprise.
and put up another
This
power
will
gen.
hurt.
Actually, in this particular, no, because it's Smolder. All right. I'm gonna put a naphtha
It's
here.
for marinating.
Yeah, marinating. And the power generator. And with that, we should be pretty much set to let that rock, at least for the first wave. They're gonna live, and they'll wind up pathing around to the steps, but they'll gain me a small bit of money, and when they die, I'll have enough to extend that little maze part down there. Now you don't want to focus too much of your resources in this this tiny like kill box junior, I guess, because you only have one gate going through it. It's not a bad thing to spend money here, but it's inefficient, and inefficiencies in a game like this are basically what wind up getting you killed. So try to be as efficient as possible, and you see that there was no difficulty dealing with them there. Alright, increase the Dragon's Breath
This will
damage.
hurt.
So not only do I have the bonus damage that I can get by stacking the naphtha, but I have damage from I have the bonus damage on the Dragon Breath, the decreased cost on the Dragon Breath, and yeah, those all multiply to become very, very useful traits. So let me get this up. The reason that I did like this little weird spacing here and didn't leave enough room for other things is because
Like
I want to put a
making
freeze vent there.
campfire.
And you kind of finish this area by putting
Perfection.
these here.
This will hurt.
See if they're actually going to come through. Let's see if anything actually makes it. They just get electrocuted, which is lovely. But my wall chargers are not leveled as much as they should be, which is a personal shortcoming, but it is what it is.
This will hurt.
Then the last one, they won't really reach that far, so you just put some arrow traps there, and you're good to go. Right, oh, I forgot about the boom barrel roller that was up there. It's not bad. And a
Like
wall
making a
charger there. Really not
campfire.
worried about trying to deal less damage there at this point.
I like it.
I guess that works. Yep, there we go. And put one more brimstone down there once I have the opportunity. Now they're not even making it that far now. Okay.
I like
So once you kind of have your kill boxes successfully built out, what you'll want to start doing is, yeah, that's
I
good.
ate some chili peppers this morning too. That was messy. Another surprise. Like making a campfire. Like making a campfire. Like making a campfire.
Okay, they're actually, crap, I didn't mean to waste that yet. I didn't mean to waste it at all, actually, but whatever. Alright, let's get up here. Toss up the lightning cloud.
Feel the
Lightning
burn.
ring, I kind of recently got that, and I love it. It gives you all the benefits of like a small rift, similar to Cygnus or Cygnus's ability. Not sure what the Latin pronunciation of that originally would be Cygnus, but they may call him Cygnus. That's the popular way to say it. But his rift, like mini rift thing, it basically acts the same as the lightning cloud. Only the lightning cloud doesn't take time to summon. It doesn't stay active as long, and you can basically equip it on anybody by slotting it. It will electrocute enemies, and they get the little AoE explosion if they're affected by the lightning status effect at the time that they die. So, it's a wonderful, wonderful item. I love it. Okay, last place is opening. I don't really care too much about it. It's not going to do much for me.
This will hurt. Don't worry. This should stop them. I like it.
No. Oops. Okay. Let me actually just space these out adequately now, since there's no reason to actually stack those too close together. You really want to leave about 2 to 3 spaces between each of those
Perfect.
to make sure that the fire wears out.
Like making a campfire. Like making a campfire.
All right.
I like it. Another surprise.
Not really enough money to do much else at the moment, but money's about to be the least of my issues.
Has opened a minion portal.
These enemies are going to generate the last bit of cash I need to sell all of the traps and replace the generators with actual damage dealing traps. And then it's pretty much a cakewalk. Not that it hasn't been easier so far because of the generators, but yeah, generators worked properly into your build allow you to pretty much solo the majority of the game. And I'm going to see if I can figure out some of the best ways to map other areas too, and maybe get those uploaded at a later time. Alright, moving. Got a couple of big guys up front. Just need them to make me my moolah. Yeah, they're starting to do it now. Now, if you're playing with more than one character, it's not a bad idea to put a guardian there. I love when they just start backtracking accidentally and make me more money. Awesome.
Perfection. Perfection.
Oh, they have made it through. I was not prepared for that. Not quite. They're half dead.
Excuse me.
Oh, they're barely damaged as well. That is problematic.
I need healing.
Kind of. Good, good.
I ate some chili peppers this morning too.
Sweet. Alright, and then we drop the lightning ring. Let that work some of its magic.
I'm only fuel for the fire.
Alright, and now
Smoking gun.
we get free fire. Heart of Flame becomes free with one of her last upgrades, if you so choose it. And it's good because it combos with Incinerate. I can just gather around a large group of enemies and set them on fire via Heart of Flame, and then just incinerate all of them. And Incinerate is her E ability, deals 10% at level 1 with no account levels, 10% of their base health as damage, and it increases as your account level and your character levels increase. So the boss here, Snowflake, he tosses these ice grenades, but he walks over your barriers. So I'm gonna kind of whittle him down and get rid of him before he gets to do that, just because I don't want to have to deal with taking any more rift damage than I need to. Been okay about it so far. Alright, boss is dead. Now we have freaking explosives. Crap, 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 crap. Alright. I think those are going to be archers. Cool. Alright, that's good. So I no longer need the power generators. They can all be replaced for better or more effective traps. Gonna need him to die. Put that in the air so it doesn't hit the guardian. Alright, and that's pretty much all of them. Keep these guys out of the rift room.
Getting better.
Yeah, so I can almost channel this indefinitely now. And Heart of the Flame allows me to have some extra movement speed also, which is amazing. Grab a mana mode along the way and get full mana and continue channeling.
Feel the burn.
Sweet, sweet. Alright, and I don't think I have to worry about that enemy. I'm going to see if Snowflake dropped anything. Maybe I can go grab it. Oh, and I wanted to sell these. Useless now. Nope, nothing I can see. Okay. So now what we want to do is replace them with traps that will deal damage, which is going to make this area so much more ridiculous. You have an option of using arrow traps, which will ultimately continuously deal damage as enemies walk through them, or replacing everything with wall shockers, and it'll deal significant upfront damage and give you some like minor AoE, and that's why you make all the enemies path up really hard against the walls. Okay.
I like it.
I'm gonna go with the wall chargers because I don't really want to have to babysit this.
Another surprise. Don't worry. This should stop them.
Step along the corridors.
That trap goes on the wall. That trap goes on the wall.
Okay. That's done. Got the electric stuff. Oh, I almost forgot. This is the thing you can do as well.
I like it.
So anything coming through there should be really, 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 really dead. Like deader than dead. Like their name becomes dead legally.
Perfection.
It is just bad for them. They should have never been alive. Alright. Boop. 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 Boop.
Another surprise.
Really? Why can you even do that?
Don't worry. This should stop
Oh,
them.
that was some more
I like
frame loss and stuttering. It's weird. I've turned like so much stuff
this
down.
will hurt. There.
Okay, so that's all my traps. I have very few ceiling ballistas out. Hopefully they won't really be needed. Alright, let's see what happens. So since I'm not worried about them actually hitting the power generators now, I'm just gonna kind of go nuts. I'm getting bandwidth issues? Like, why would my bandwidth be having a problem? I'm using like 75 megabit internet right now. I really shouldn't have any issues with anything. Now I have high bandwidth. Why? So weird.
I love
I wonder if the bandwidth issue is what causes that weird frame drop. I guess I'll be able to find out. Critical bandwidth?
I ate some chili peppers this morning too. That's how
Bandwidth. Alright. I think these guys should be pretty much toast. Let me make sure I set them all on fire. Get that done. Okay. Drop the second guardian.
Has fallen.
Yeah, I know. Okay. More explosive stuff to deal with. Great. Didn't even fire anything. What exploded? Okay, now I'm gonna have to run back around here and deal with these asshats.
excuse me. I love
Alright. That did a really good job of cleaning those up. Now I have all of this money that I can't use. Okay, so bandwidth seems to have something to do, I guess, with maybe the read-write speeds on the hard drive? I'm not sure. I don't know, I'm using a pretty good solid though. Eh, whatever. These guys are gonna die.
Clearly, I am amazing.
Right.
Who hasn't fallen in love with me?
Alright, and that should be it.
Only possible result.
And there we go. Ooh, and I got a chest. What's inside? 200 skulls. And some Dwarven blueprints. Sweet. Alright, Smolder is up to rank 8, almost 9. So that's awesome. A rating of 2100, 989. Scored 448,959 there. Not bad, not bad. So as you can see, Smolder is really good at holding her own in defense. Her ability to bring herself back to life is extremely good at basically extending yourself. Well, allows you to extend a little bit farther than other heroes. You don't get overextended as easily, and it's wonderful. Her fire abilities allow you to deal damage to enemies even as they attempt to flee you or run by you, and pretty solid. As well as the fact that due to that being an ice stage, the enemies took even more damage than they usually would because they have elemental weaknesses. So I don't know, this is a character that I'll probably play a lot more of. She was one of my faves when I first got into the game, still is. But you know, either way, that's Smolder, you guys, as well as a clear way to defeat Avalanche with no help. But I'm gonna decide to end this here. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to leave me a comment or like the video. That's how I definitely know you guys want more Smolder or Orcs Must Die Unchained, or basically anything I do. If you want to see more things that I'm doing in the future, feel free to subscribe as well. That'll give you the opportunity to get notifications, and it'll also help me out. So it's a win-win for both of us. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Have wonderful days, and have a good one, guys.